வக்ஃப் மசோதா குறித்து மக்களவையில் ஆராசா பேசி வருகிறார். பார்க்கலாம்.
Then nothing is better for minorities than to trust the good sense and sense of the fairness of the majority and to place confidence in them. First part, unquote. Second part is very important. Again I quote. So also it is for us to happen to be the majority to think about what the minorities feel and how they are treated. But in the long run, it would be in the interest of the all forget that there is anything like majority and minority, this country and that India, there is only one community. With these consideration, sir, I beg to move that report may be adopted, unquote. This is the voice of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in the Constitution Assembly. We are celebrating Constitution. See, now the problem is we want to harvest the legacy of the Sardar Patel. Those who wanted the legacy of the Sardar Patel in the constitutional terms are opposing the bill. Those who wanted to erect the statue of Vallabhbhai Patel and erase the concept of Vallabhbhai Patel wanted to support this bill. That is the problem. Sir, if I am permitted to go to the genesis of the Waqf, which was originally enacted in the year 1954. After that, the Act was amended frequently 59, 64, 69. Thereafter, comprehensive amendments were made in the year 1984. My sincere question to the Treasury benches and the Honorable Minister. Right from the 1984, whenever amendments were brought in this House, there was a basis. There were deliberations. There were consultations with stakeholders, which was appointed by either by the Parliament or by the President of India or the Prime Minister of India. 1984 amendment came into existence on the basis of the report submitted by the Waqf Inquiry Committee appointed by the Government of India in the 1970 by the Parliament. So a committee was formed in the year 1970. The report was placed. After 14 years, the amendments were made. I surprised when I went through the document in 1970. What a beautiful and sensible deliberation took place in 1970. In spite of that, the protests were made against 1970. Late, it came in 1984. Madam, if at all so many recommendations were made in 1970, in 1984, the Parliament was enabled to take two amendments. One is for limitation, which was extended to 30 years for the properties. The second one is the act applicable to the evacuee properties. No other provisions were implemented. Not because of the protests of the Hindus, the protests by the Muslims themselves. It was fairly accepted by the Nehru and government. After that, 1995 Act came into existence. I am an antibiotic, so that I have to take. See, what I wanted to impress upon the minister and the House, whenever the amendment came into existence, on the reasonable basis, on the institutional outcome, the amendments were done. Take 1995. 1995, how the Act came into existence? Sorry. In 1985, the reason, statement objection reason, para 2, I quote, comprehensive amendments of the Waqf Act were made in the year 1984, which were based largely on the recommendation of the Waqf Inquiry Committee set up in December 70 to inquire the administration of Waqf all levels and response to a demand made by the Parliament members during the discussion of Waqf bill. Only two amendments. Thereafter, the demand was made by the Muslim community to have a relook, and accordingly, it was placed in the Parliament and 1995 Act came into existence. Now again I come to 2013. 2013, on what basis? There are two of the reasons and objectives. The Prime Minister's High-Level Committee for Preparation of Report on Social, Economic and Educational Status of Muslim Community, in its report submitted to the Prime Minister on 17 November 2006, which is known as Sachar Committee Report. So what I wanted to say, whether it is 84, whether it is 95, whether it is 2013, there were bases, there were consultations, there were consensus arrived.
வக்ஃப் நாடாளுமன்ற குழு கூட்டத்தில் சமர்ப்பிக்கப்பட்ட ஆவணங்கள் மசோதாவில் பிரதிபலிக்கப்படவில்லை என்று ஆராசா கூறியிருக்கிறார். தமிழ்நாட்டில் ஒரு கிராமம் முழுவதும் வக்ஃப் சொத்தாக அறிவிக்கப்பட்டதாக அமைச்சர் கிரண் ரிஜிஜு பேசியது உண்மைக்கு புறம்பானது என்றும் அவர் கூறியிருக்கிறார். வக்ஃப் வாரிய திருத்த சட்டத்திற்கு எதிராக எதிர்க்கட்சிகள் அனைவரும் தங்களது கருத்துக்களை தெரிவித்து வரும் சூழலில் ஆராசா தனது விவாதத்தை முன்வைத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்.